over 3 hours. If the border wasn't closed, I could follow the original route due north from Yemen and up the west side of Saudi Arabia. But now I have to fly to the capital, Riyadh, before I can rejoin the trail. Saudi Arabia is a kingdom of contrasts and contradictions. Here, devout faith and extreme wealth have to find a way to coexist. The latest luxury cars cruise the streets, but women are forbidden from driving them. There seems nothing unusual about the airport until I realize there are no women to be seen anywhere. Women in Saudi Arabia are not allowed to go outside their houses alone. They must either be accompanied by another woman or an approved male member of their family. I too must have a male chaperone. Hello, are you Mr. Dawi?
Yes, I'm
Salaam alaikum.
How are you?
Very good. I had a very good flight. It was good. Thank you very much. Are we ready? Now, do I need to cover my head?
Please.
Okay.
It's better to cover your head.
Okay. I'm not very good at this yet.
No.
I need one of you. You see, the men's one's much easier to handle.
You will learn.
Okay, like that is okay?
Yeah, it's
fine. All right. I've no idea what the rules are, but Dawi doesn't seem concerned, despite my rather unusual luggage. This one is very heavy.
Yes.
And very smelly. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, presumably, I can't sit in the front seat. It's not allowed.
You can, but not now.
Right. That's fair enough. Since the beginning of Islam, Saudi Arabia has been largely closed off to the non-Muslim world. New government policies have only recently started giving visas to carefully controlled tour groups. All we hear about are the bad things, the very strict rules and regulations, that women are not allowed to drive, that they're not allowed to work, that they have to travel in the back of the car, not the front.
You want to be in the front?
Well, I don't have to be, but it would be nice to have the choice.
If you want, I will put you in front, but you will change the idea about Saudi life.
You think?
Yes.
You think I'm gonna see a very different Saudi in the next 2 weeks?
Everywhere in Saudi Arabia, you will see different idea. You will change your idea about Saudi.
Do you think a lot of people don't come because, like me, they're worried that, particularly as a woman, all you're going to do is cause offence and you can't go anywhere, you have to be shut away? Is that true?
No, that's wrong idea, because as soon as we go to the center, we will see a lot of ladies.
Okay, can we do that now? Can we go to one now and have a look?
Yes.
Because I'm afraid I'm still doubting you at this point. Only 3 hours from Yemen, but suddenly I feel I'm back in the West. Riyadh's shopping centres are depressingly similar to those back home. Many of the shops here are recognisable brands. A lot of these shops are very familiar to me because I'm really surprised, but these are all shops you would see on any British high street.
And they are good customers. They buy a lot.
They buy a lot of stuff.
Yes.
But you know, there are high-heeled shoes, there are short skirts, there's like low-cut
they do it in the community.
And some women here, they don't cover up so much. It feels more relaxed in here.
Yes. As I told you, life is changing.
Relaxed it may be, but women still need to be accompanied and still have to wear the abaya, whatever they choose to wear underneath. But at least I get a chance to meet and talk to Saudi women here face to face. I don't understand, because you all wear these, abaya, but can you wear anything you like underneath?
Yeah.
Anything?
Yeah, anything.
Short skirt?
T-shirt. Yeah, it's okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Someone's choice.
It's choice. Yeah. And your parents don't mind?
No.
They don't say you can't go out looking like that?
There is people open in Saudi Arabia and there is closed.
Okay, so some families are more free and other families are more strict. From the moment I arrived, I've been in no doubt that Islam defines life in Saudi Arabia. And the call to prayer makes this immediately obvious to outsiders. Unlike anywhere else I've been, every single shop closes for prayer 5 times a day. And I'm told this happens like clockwork every day of the year.
It's just coming up to 10 to 5 and the call to prayer has sounded. And as you can see, all the shops in this little mall have suddenly closed down and the people are just melting away before my very eyes.
Although this is a fast-changing society, and although I've been able to walk around without covering my head, conservative Islam has an inescapable hold here. Islamic religious law, known as Sharia law, is the law. Just a few blocks from the shopping area is Riyadh's religious centre, Safa Square.
Safa in Arabic means sort of highly polished, gleaming white. And it's here in this square that perhaps that name takes on a very sort of symbolic status, because this is where Saudi Arabia tries to make its society, I don't know, more unblemished, highly polished, but they do their cleaning up in a particularly brutal way to us in the West. Because the punishment for crimes like murder, rape and drug smuggling is death. And the way they put people to death is to behead them.
The square is overlooked by the headquarters of the religious police, known as the Mutwa. Dr. Abdullah is a senior member of the Mutwa and amazingly agreed to be interviewed.
I wanted to ask you about the square here and the fact that this is the square where the public executions take place for people who have done terrible crimes. But to us, it still feels terribly brutal to behead somebody in public.
Okay. Yes, but if you look from the viewpoint of a spectator or from outsider, but if you are the family of the victim of the murder, I think you will understand it.
When an execution takes place, can you sort of describe the scene? What happens?
Well, the executing judge come here and reread the sentence, and then the person who execute the penalty will cut the head of the murderer.
Do you prepare them in any way? Do they have a painkiller, or is it just you kneel down? Are their hands tied?
Yes, I think they need some medication before to help them go through the execution of the judgment. But again, in the last few years, we have a lot of people, because of the Islamic education, Islam encourage excusing the murderer.
Oh, really? So it's not automatic anymore?
No, not automatic. It's not automatic since the beginning.
Wow.
If the parents or the relative of the victim are excuse the killer, then it's their punishment. It's their rights to ask for the killing of the murderer. It's not the state. It's the right of the family of the victim.
So far, it's felt as if that call to prayer has been the only constant on my journey. But when the traders first walked through what's now Saudi territory, Islam didn't exist, and instead of religion, it was the frankincense route that linked the desert tribes of Arabia. Now the most enigmatic and powerful Arabian nation lies ahead of me.
David Rocco is Italian.